Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will make such a wonderful bag. So let's go. For this bag we need 2 skeins of yarn from Yarn Art, Macrame, 2.5mm hook, the main hook number 4, scissors, needle, also I have 2 rings like this, chain and lock. The lock can be as you want, but I get this for an example. First, I make a knot and the first loop and make 30 chain loops. If you want to make your bag bigger, please add more loops. This is the chain I got. Then I turn the chain over and make single crochet for the jumper to the end of the row. Finish the first row. Next we make chain stitch and turn the work. We insert the hook into the second loop from the hook and in the back loop of the previous row, then make a single crochet. We do this to the end of the row. This is the row I got. Next, do not forget to make chain stitch at the end of each row, turn the work. Then we repeat the steps of the second row. We insert the hook into the second loop from the hook and in the back loop of the previous row. Then make a single crochet. We continue this way to the end of the row. This is the third row I got, then again chain stitch and again repeat the steps of the previous row. We do this for another 30 rows. That's how I did it. Now you need to make some decreases so that the edges of the bag are less sharp. To do this, I make a chain stitch, turn the work, and crochet the row as usual without crocheting 2 loops. have 2 loops left. As usual, I grab the back loop of the row and the loop of the previous row, pull the yarn but do not crochet it to the end. Then I repeat the action and I have 3 loops on the hook and I crochet all 3. This is how I get the crease. I make a chain stitch, turn the work, crochet the first loop as usual but skipping the first lower loop of the previous row. Again, I crochet a row without crocheting the last 2 loops. I repeat all the steps to make a decrease. Repeat the actions 4 more times. In total, there should be 6 decreases. I finish the front of our bag. I make chain stitch and cut the yarn. Pull it over. In total, we need 2 of these parts of the bag, and now we need to crochet the side of our bag. To make the side, I cast on 6 chain stitches and 1 more for lifting, and repeat all the steps as before. This is the side I ended up with, and now I will show you how I close the last row. To do this, I make a chain stitch again, insert the hook into the second loop from the hook, grab both sides of the loop and the loop from the previous row, pull the yarn through, and instead of doing it as before, I make a slip stitch by pulling the yarn through the loop. I repeat these actions until the end of the row. So now I need to sew the parts of the back. I cut the yarn so that they approximately wrap around the front part of the back twice. This is enough to sew the 2 front parts of the back together. crocheted the top part of the bag, I ended up with 28 loops and 30 rows and also 6 decreases. Now I will show you how I close the last row. To do this, I repeat the same actions as in the last row of the side of our bag. At the edge of the bag, I make one chain stitch and move to the next side. We continue like this until the end of the row. To finish our row neatly, I don't make a chain stitch, but simply cut the yarn and leave longer tail than usual. And now I need to make a loop imitation. For this, I use a smaller hook size, it's showing in more detail in the video. Now I need to sew this part of the back. To do this, I cut a yarn approximately this length. I find a row to which I will sew it. It can be any row, approximately stepping back 2 loops because the top part is slightly smaller for me. If your top part is the same weight as the back, don't step back loops. That's how it turned out for me. I also inserted one ring, and now I will show you how I insert the second one. Now I need to attach the lock. I divided the lock into 2 parts. I also inserted the bottom part of the lock approximately in the middle. This is what it looks like. To understand where to insert the hook, you can count the number of loops. And now I'm attaching the lock. And now the second part of the lock. I also estimate the approximate middle. And use a flat screwdriver to help me. To make sure you've marked the center accurately, you can flip the bag over and it will become clearer. connecting the chain. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. See you next time.